Okay. We're talking with Mark Gruenwald, who's the executive editor at Marvel Comics in New York, as well as being an editor of a few books. He's also a writer. First off, welcome to the wonderful world of comics. Tell us what you're working on now and what's hot that Mark Gruenwald is working on right now.
Working on both Captain America and DP7. Actually, on the flight over, I did 12 pages to the latest DP7, so that's what's hot right now, hot in my mind.
How is the new universe going? It's a lot of changes have been made. You blew up Pittsburgh. You're putting
haven't forgiven us. Yeah. They still haven't forgiven us.
Tell us what's going on with the new universe and how things are changing.
Basically, it's a world going strange month by month. With the Marvel Universe, you can count on some spectacular things happening. However, the status quo of the very world won't change. We won't blow up a city. We won't change presidents without the election. We won't do these drastic sorts of things, even with the aliens landing and the extra-dimensionals coming. With the new universe, anything can go. I mean, we can gradually get to a very different status quo than what we have here in the real world, and you're seeing it happen month by month rather than in a series like Watchmen or Killraven or Deathlock, where by the time you hit that world, it's already different. Mm-hmm. Here you're watching it in the universe happen month by month, get drastically more different than the world outside your window.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well now, and then the other book that you're working on that's developing a lot of controversy right now is Captain America. What's in store for Captain America?
What's in store is issue 350, which is the next one I have to plot, and that's it'll have been 18 issues since Steve Rogers was, shall we say, dismissed, from being Captain America, and to a certain extent I'm going to resolve some storylines, but I think it's not going to resolve in a way anyone expects. It depends. I mean, there's only so many alternatives, and I'm sure there must be enough people out there, voting for each of the alternatives. But I don't think it's the one that most of the people will expect. I haven't really nailed it down what exactly I'm going to do. I know who's going to be in it and what's going to happen. Versus both of the Captain Americas, the new and the old, will meet. But I'm not sure how it's all going to shake down yet. But it will be a important issue that will redefine the new status quo and bring the characters into a new direction.
Well, this is a long tenure for you on Captain America as writer. You're probably very identified with that now, and there are certain other writers that have made a splash, and then the character seems to fade a little bit, but there's a lot going on with Captain America right now. Can you tell us a little bit about that and why you decided to make the change of alter egos for Captain America?
Well, first, you're right in that there have been a lot of writers on Captain America, and with the last issue that's just come out, I've now written the modern Captain America book. I'm talking 1964 on, of continuous publication, longer than anyone but Stan Lee. And I've only been doing it a little over 3 years, which is, indication that people haven't stuck with the character all that long. The two runners-up were Mark DeMatteis and Steve Englehart, who did almost 3 years. I've done over 3 years. So I think that was one of the reasons why the character had his ups and downs, because he was constantly having change in handling, by a different writer. So I've been doing it 3 years now, and let's just say the first couple of years, I was trying to figure out what all the best elements, of the past on the series was. I tried to solve certain problems, such as there was never a real good way for Captain America to hear about danger in America. I mean, he used to patrol Manhattan and Brooklyn, and I said, this is not America, even though I live it. He's not Captain Manhattan, he's not Captain Brooklyn Heights or anything. There's got to be a way in which he can get out to America, so I solved that with his hotline. So I solved certain things that were important to me about getting him involved in the rest of the country, but I still couldn't get people to read it who weren't already reading it. So I knew I had to do something spectacular and out of the ordinary. And I had been getting a lot of letters that said, you should do Captain America more like Rambo. And personally, I don't feel in my reading of the character that there's any way Steve Rogers could ever become like that. So I said, well, if they want Captain America as Rambo, I'll give them it, but it can't be Steve Rogers. So that was one of the reasons why I did the switch. Another one is I had been doing symbolic characters, villains that you know, don't just rob banks, but have some symbolic nature to their actions. Flag Smasher, who represents anarchy and non-nationalism, and characters of that ilk. And I realized that because Captain America was the good guy, it seemed to be saying that patriotism had to be good, because patriotism was Captain America and he was the good guy. And so I wanted to show the dark side of patriotism. So I invented the character Super Patriot to show that, and he eventually became Captain America, because he's the Rambo version of Cap, also the more commercialized. He's the American dream as most people think of it, which is, you know, come to America, make a lot of money, and, you know, at the expense of others, and, you know, do whatever it takes to get ahead, because, you know, I think that's their idea of the American dream, making money. And that's not Steve Rogers' idea. He believes it's, you know, the land of opportunity where you can be whatever you try to be. You know, so he's the ultimate self-made man. He doesn't, if what you want to be is a big money maker, all right, that's one thing, but, you know, that to me is the dark side of the American dream and of patriotism, and that is what Super Patriot was there for. So I thought, even though it's been done twice before where Captain America has left his uniform, Stan Lee did it for 1 issue, Steve Englehart did it for 6 issues with the original Nomad sequence.
Right.
And I said, well, hasn't been seen in 10 years, I'll do it again, and this time I'll do it longer and with luck different from the way it's been done before. So it's lasting, you know, what, 16 issues have come out already of Captain America not being in the appropriate costume, and it's had the desired effect. It's gotten Captain America noticed. The sales are going up. I did good. You know, it's just what I wanted to do.